Rabbi wants to ask you something right now. Open your wallet. Not in a moment, right now, while you are watching this. Because what Rabbi is about to tell you is going to make you look at what is sitting inside it with completely different eyes. The danger in your wallet is not a maxed-out credit card. It is not a forgotten bill or a bad investment. It is something far more subtle, far more persistent, and far more destructive than any of those things. And it has been silently draining your financial energy every single day without producing a single symptom you could point to and name. Rabbi is going to reveal 3 specific things that Jewish families have refused to keep in their wallets for over 3,000 years. And when he tells you what they are, the shock will not come from how exotic or complicated they are. The shock will come from how ordinary they look. Because chances are you have all 3 of them pressed against your money right now, and they have been there for a long time. My name is Rabbi, and I have devoted more than 4 decades to the study of the Talmud, the Kabbalah, and the ancient practical wisdom that has allowed Jewish families to build and protect wealth through every persecution, every exile, every economic collapse in recorded history. My grandfather was a respected rabbi in Jerusalem. His father taught these principles in Poland. His father before him carried this same knowledge in a small village in Lithuania. 7 generations of unbroken transmission. And what Rabbi is sharing with you today is not in any financial planning book. Your bank advisor does not know it. No wealth guru on the internet is teaching it. This is sacred, practical wisdom that has been tested by centuries and proven by generations. Here is what Rabbi promises you. By the end of this teaching, you will know exactly what 3 items are contaminating your wallet right now. You will understand precisely why they destroy your financial energy. And you will have the exact method to fix it today, not next week, today. But there is one thing Rabbi will share toward the end that is so specific and so powerful that when people apply it correctly, they begin seeing financial shifts within 48 hours. So stay with Rabbi through every part of this teaching. Context is what makes the method work. Rabbi was 19 years old when his grandfather first taught him the secret of the wallet. It was a Tuesday evening in late autumn, just after Sukkot. He was called into his grandfather's study. The room smelled of old books and cedar and the quiet weight of texts that had been passed from hand to hand for hundreds of years. His grandfather looked at him with eyes that had seen everything: war, poverty, rebuilding, genuine prosperity, all of it. And he said one sentence that changed Rabbi's entire understanding of money from that moment forward. He said, "Your wallet is not a storage unit. It is a living vessel, and what you keep inside it determines whether wealth flows toward you or runs away from you." At 19, Rabbi thought it was a beautiful metaphor, a wise old man's poetic way of saying, keep your finances organized. But then his grandfather opened one of the ancient texts and showed him a passage that made the hair stand on the back of his neck. The Talmud contains specific teachings about how physical objects carry energetic signatures, and that the vessel you use to hold your money acts as a magnet. It either attracts wealth or repels it, depending entirely on what it contains. And for generations, Jewish merchants, scholars, and families had followed precise rules about what belongs in a wallet and what absolutely must stay out. These were not superstitions. They were tested, proven principles based on thousands of years of careful observation and deep spiritual law. A few weeks after that conversation, Rabbi sat in his student apartment counting coins to cover food. He had tried everything: budgeting, working more hours, cutting every unnecessary expense. Nothing produced real movement. Then he remembered his grandfather's teaching. He went home that evening, opened his wallet, and was genuinely horrified by what he found. All three of the things his grandfather had warned him about were sitting right there, pressed against what little money he had. He removed them immediately. He followed the exact method his grandfather had taught him. 11 days later, a former student's father contacted him without any prompting and offered him a position at his company, part-time, flexible hours, paying 3 times what he was earning from tutoring. He had applied for nothing. He had asked no one for anything. It simply appeared. That was when Rabbi knew this was not philosophy. Now, before Rabbi reveals the 3 things, he wants you to understand the principle that makes all of it make sense. Because if you understand the principle, the 3 items will not just seem like practical advice, they will be unmistakably obvious. The Kabbalah teaches that every physical object carries an energetic signature. Everything in the material world vibrates at a specific frequency. Your money vibrates. Your wallet vibrates. And the objects you place next to your money either harmonize with that frequency or disrupt it. The ancient rabbis understood this with a precision that modern physics is only beginning to approach. They observed over generations that certain objects placed near money caused financial stagnation, loss, and persistent poverty. And certain other objects amplified wealth, attracted opportunity, and created a protective field around a family's finances. This was not guesswork. It was documented, tested, transmitted wisdom. The Kabbalistic principle at the foundation of all of this is straightforward. Every vessel must be purified before it can receive blessing. Your wallet is a vessel. And if that vessel is contaminated, the blessing flows around you instead of into you. Not because the Creator is withholding, but because your vessel cannot hold what is being sent. The Talmud says, sustenance comes from above. It is always flowing. The question is only whether your vessel is positioned to receive it. If this is landing with real weight for you, Rabbi wants you to type in the comments right now, "My wallet is clean and my wealth is activated." Say it aloud as you type it, because a declaration made in community, spoken with genuine intention, opens a spiritual channel that thought alone cannot open. Type it now and mean it. And if you have been searching for wisdom like this for a long time, please subscribe to this channel. Every week, Rabbi releases teachings from the Torah and the Kabbalistic tradition that address the real, invisible forces governing your financial life. Ancient wisdom that actually works in the world you are living in right now. Subscribe so you never miss one. Now Rabbi is going to give you the 3 things. The first thing you must never keep in your wallet is old receipts. Rabbi knows what you are thinking. Receipts? That is the big secret? They are just paper. Listen carefully, because this is far more significant than it appears. In Kabbalah, every transaction creates an energetic imprint. When you buy something, there is an exchange of energy. Your money moves out, and a product or service moves in. The receipt is the physical record of that exchange. And here is the critical teaching. A receipt is a document of departure. It is a record of money leaving. When you accumulate old receipts inside your wallet, you are literally surrounding your money with the energy of outflow. You are packing your financial vessel with goodbye letters to your wealth. The Talmud teaches that a wise person guards the entrance to their storehouse. Your wallet is your storehouse, and every old receipt sitting inside it is an open door through which your financial energy is escaping. Rabbi discovered this in his late 20s. He had been following his grandfather's teachings in many areas, but had grown careless with this one. One day he emptied his wallet to organize it and counted 23 old receipts. 23 records of money leaving his life, stuffed directly against the bills he was trying to protect. He removed every one that same evening. Within 2 weeks, an unexpected payment arrived from a project he had completely written off months earlier. After 4 decades of witnessing this pattern repeat itself with thousands of people, Rabbi does not believe in coincidence. Here is your action step. Tonight, before you sleep, remove every single receipt from your wallet. Every one. If you need a receipt for a return or a warranty, place it in a folder in a drawer completely away from your money. Your wallet should contain only things that represent money arriving, never money departing. The second thing you must never keep in your wallet is photographs. This surprises people, and Rabbi understands why. Because keeping a photograph of your children or your spouse feels like a gesture of love, not a financial mistake. But hear the principle clearly. The wallet serves one sacred function. It is a vessel of financial energy. When you place a photograph inside it, you are mixing 2 entirely different types of energy in the same container. And the Kabbalah is precise on this point. When you mix 2 different energies in the same vessel, both are weakened. Both lose their integrity. Rabbi is not saying love is wrong. He is not saying photographs are harmful. He is saying that placing them inside your financial vessel creates an unconscious psychological association between your loved ones and the act of spending. Every time you open your wallet, you see their faces, and without any conscious awareness, your mind begins connecting the opening of your wallet, which is the act of releasing money, with the feeling of connection to the people you love most. This creates a subtle emotional trigger that leads to impulsive spending and financial decisions made from the heart rather than from wisdom. The ancient rabbis understood human psychology with extraordinary depth. The Talmud teaches, "Do not place the sacred beside the mundane, for both will be diminished." Your family relationships are sacred. Your finances are practical. They require different vessels. When Rabbi first removed the photograph of his own family from his wallet, it felt uncomfortable. He had carried it for years, but he trusted the teaching. Within a month, without any deliberate conscious effort, his spending habits shifted. He found himself making clearer financial decisions. Impulse purchases that had been a pattern simply stopped happening, and his connection to his family, no longer unconsciously tangled with financial transactions, actually deepened. Your action step is simple. Remove all photographs from your wallet tonight. Place them on your desk, your nightstand, your phone screen, anywhere you can see them and feel genuine love without contaminating your financial vessel. The wallet is dedicated entirely to wealth. Keep it that way. Now, before Rabbi reveals the third item, which is the one most people have never heard of, and which carries the heaviest energetic weight of all 3, he wants to pause and ask you something. Is this teaching changing how you see the relationship between the physical objects in your life and the energy they carry? If it is, hit the like button right now and share this with one person in your life who has been working hard and still cannot seem to get ahead, because the invisible force draining them may be sitting quietly in their wallet at this very moment. Share it with them tonight. The third thing you must never keep in your wallet is expired cards, expired credit cards, expired membership cards, expired identification, expired insurance, anything with a date that has passed. This principle is one of the most powerful in Kabbalistic financial wisdom and one of the least known outside the tradition. In Jewish mystical teaching, time is not merely a measurement, it is a living force. And when something expires, it does not simply become useless, it becomes a carrier of dead energy. The Kabbalah calls this klipa, which means husk or shell. It is the residual energy of something that once carried life, but is now hollow. When you keep expired cards in your wallet, you are filling your financial vessel with dead energy. You are surrounding your living, active, flowing money with the shells of things that no longer function, no longer carry life, no longer move. Think of it this way. Would you keep a dead plant in the center of your garden and expect the surrounding plants to flourish? Of course not. The dead plant would draw decay toward everything near it. That is precisely what expired cards do inside your wallet. They pull the vibration of everything else downward. They create a field of stagnation that your active money has to fight against every single day. Rabbi has seen this in practice more times than he can count. People come to him describing the same experience. They are working, they are trying, they are doing everything right, but nothing moves, nothing accumulates. And when he asks them to empty their wallets entirely, without exception, there are expired cards sitting behind the active ones. Cards forgotten, cards never removed. Cards that have been radiating dead energy into the financial vessel for months or years without anyone connecting them to the stagnation. The Talmud teaches directly, you must remove the old before the new can enter. This is not a metaphor, it is a law. When you clear the expired, you make room for the living. When you release the dead, you invite the fresh. Your action step right now. Go through every single card in your wallet. If the date has passed, cut it up and throw it away. Not in a drawer for later, not just in case. Destroy it. Release that dead energy completely and permanently. Your wallet should contain only what is current, active, and alive. Now Rabbi wants to give you the activation step. This is what completes the process, and without it, the cleaning is only half done. And the first morning after you have cleaned your wallet, wake before sunrise if you are able. Take your wallet and hold it in your right hand. In Kabbalah, the right hand is the channel of chesed, of mercy, and of flowing blessing entering the physical world. Hold your wallet against your chest, close to your heart. Breathe slowly, and say these words aloud with full conviction. This vessel is purified. This vessel is ready. Abundance flows to me without obstruction. As you speak, see clearly in your mind's eye a warm golden light descending from above into your wallet. See it filling every compartment, every fold. Feel the weight of abundance entering your life through this act of alignment. Hold that image and that feeling for 60 full seconds. Then place your wallet in your pocket or bag and go about your day without examining it for results. Do not obsess. Do not check and recheck. Do not keep opening your wallet looking for change. Trust the spiritual law you have set in motion. Let it work. Within the first 24 hours, most people notice a quality of lightness, a mental clarity about financial decisions they have been avoiding. Some receive a sudden impulse to contact someone or go somewhere, and that impulse leads to an unexpected opportunity. Pay attention to everything in this window. Within 3 to 7 days, tangible results begin to appear. Money owed arrives unexpectedly. An opportunity surfaces that was not being sought. A debt becomes easier to manage. Something concrete and measurable shifts. Within 30 days, the full transformation takes root. The relationship with money has changed at a fundamental level. But Rabbi must give you 3 warnings before you proceed. The first warning is this: do not put any of these 3 items back into your wallet after you have removed them. This is not a one-time cleaning. It is a permanent practice. If you clear your wallet tonight and fill it with receipts again tomorrow, you have broken the energetic seal and told the universe you are not genuinely committed. Rabbi made this mistake in his own early practice, telling himself one receipt would not matter. Within a week, the stagnation returned, and he had to begin the process again. Do not make the same mistake. The second warning is to keep this practice private for at least the first week. The Talmud teaches that declared intentions attract the evil eye, meaning that skepticism from others carries its own energetic weight and can neutralize work that is still taking root. Do this quietly. Do this with personal conviction. Let the results become visible before you share the practice. When people notice the shift and ask what changed, then you can share. Not before the roots are established. The third warning is the most important. Do not engage this practice in the service of greed or of accumulation without purpose. The Talmud is completely clear. The Creator gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to those who understand. Wealth given by the divine carries responsibility. If you are not prepared to use abundance with genuine purpose and with generosity toward others, the spiritual laws will not hold what they open. Approach this with sincerity and with the full intention to be a channel for blessing, not merely a collector of it. Rabbi will share something his grandfather said to him that he has carried for 40 years. Hard work matters, he said, but it is not the source. It is the channel. The source is alignment with divine law. Work without alignment is exhaustion. Alignment without work is fantasy. But alignment combined with committed action, that is how lasting prosperity is built. Rabbi drifted from these practices once in his mid-30s. He had achieved real success and grown careless. Receipts accumulated in his wallet again. Expired cards stayed where they were. He stopped paying attention, and slowly, steadily, his finances eroded. Not dramatically, just persistently, the way water wears down stone. He did not notice it immediately. Then one month he looked at his accounts and realized he had lost nearly a third of what he had built. He returned to the foundational practices that same evening, cleaned his wallet completely, recommitted to every principle. Within 3 months he had not only recovered what was lost, but surpassed his previous level of prosperity. That experience confirmed for him permanently that these practices are not for beginners. They are for life. Let Rabbi summarize exactly what you have learned. Never keep old receipts in your wallet. They carry the energy of money departing and program your financial vessel for constant outflow. Never keep photographs in your wallet. They mix emotional energy with financial energy and weaken both, creating unconscious spending triggers that override your wisdom. Never keep expired cards in your wallet. They fill your financial vessel with dead energy that creates stagnation and pulls the vibration of your active finances downward. You now hold knowledge that Jewish families have protected and transmitted for 3,000 years. This is not superstition. It is not theory. It is tested, proven, practical spiritual wisdom that has sustained financial resilience through every kind of adversity the world has produced. And here is what Rabbi wants you to hear as a closing truth. You are not seeking this knowledge because you are desperate. You are seeking it because you are discerning, because you recognize when something carries real weight. The Talmud teaches that the Creator helps those who help themselves. By cleaning your wallet, by purifying your financial vessel, by removing the contaminants that have been blocking what the divine has been sending you, you are helping yourself in the most powerful way that is available to you right now. Subscribe to this channel. Next week, Rabbi will be revealing the one object that most households place in exactly the wrong location, and how that single placement is quietly blocking the flow of blessing into the home every single day. You will not want to miss that teaching. Type in the comments, "My vessel is clean and my wealth is flowing." Say it aloud, declare it with conviction, and then tonight open your wallet, remove what does not belong, and make room for everything that has been waiting to arrive. May your vessel be pure. May the blessing find you, and may the abundance that the Creator has always been sending finally have somewhere to land. Amen.